Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will be showing you a very good Node.js library called as chalk.js. So it's a very famous library if in order to color your terminal. So basically this is your terminal. If you want to color out your terminal characters stuff inside this, let's suppose various colors are there, you can use this library. So basically it is just a syntax highlighting library for your terminal, chalk.js. So you can see that it is a very famous Node.js package. Over 51 million downloads are there. So what you want to do, initialize the empty Node.js project, execute this command npm i-chalk. I have already done that. This is my Node.js project. Let me show you the package.json file. We have chalk.js and nodemon. Nodemon will automatically restart the Node.js application when we make any sort of changes. Let me just initialize a simple start script, so which will start the index.js file for us. So I have also written a complete blog post in the video description. Go to the video description and you will be landing to my blog post. Here I have successfully explained step by step. So go to the video description to go to my blog about this topic. So now this is the index.js file, guys. First of all, we will import this module chalk. So we need to require it like this. After requiring it, we will store a reference of our console log, that is inside log variable like this console log. So this is I am doing because instead of writing console log every time, we will be storing a reference inside the log variable. Now what we can do, we can use log, and inside this we can use the chalk library, and inside this there are various colors. Let's suppose if you want to use the blue color, you can pass a message here, hi hello. And now if I start this application, npm start, so what you will see is that it will print out this hi hello message inside blue color. You can see that. You can even change chain methods also using chalk library. So there is also a bold method here, so which will make the text bold here. So now if I refresh it, you will see now it has made this text bolder. You can see that the color has changed. Let me just change this color to red here. So you will see now the color will change to red. So in this way you can change the text color. Now if you want to have a background color, you will have this bg red color, or if you want to have bg blue, you can see that bg blue. So bg stands for background. So if I now refresh, you will see it will have a background as well. So you can just have any sort of background, bg white also. So you can read the documentation, many colors are there inside this. So you can chain methods also. So let me just show you the color list. You can see that black, red, green, yellow, magenta as well. So let me just use this magenta color, bg magenta. So you can see that this is a magenta violet color. So for every color there is a slight higher version as well, bg magenta bright. So for every color there is a bright version. So basically if I now refresh, you will see a slight brighter version of that color. So now if I want to have bg red bright, so the naming convention is same for all colors. So you can see that it will have a bright color. Now if I want to change the text color, I can change the text color to white. So now if I refresh, you will see it will have a white color. So you can have any color combination of your choice. If you're developing a terminal specific application, you can use these colors. So you can see a list of background colors as well is there, bg black, bg red, bg green. So the convention is pretty simple. If you want a background color, you will add this bg prefix in top of that. And now if I want to tell you some more things about this, uh, you can also pass multiple arguments as well. So inside this array here, you can see that. Let me just show you. So if I delete this, so now if I once again pass this, you will see we are passing here multiple words with comma symbols. So you can even do that as well. So you can see that it will have hello world, foo, bar, biz, bash. So if you want to write multiple words, you can just put it a comma and then you can write it. And then we have some more styles as well. So if you want a underline, you can also put a underline. So dot underline. So there is also this style also which is available. So you will see it will have a underline to the text that is written. So this was the underline function. Now let me just show you this example, and let me just paste it here, just right here, paste it. So it has the red color, and then it has a blue color which is underline. You can see that you can create as many combination as well. So you can see that this is the red color, and this is the blue color with the underline, and it also has this background color of blue. You can see that BG blue. So I can change this background color to, let's suppose, BG black. Now you can see that it will start here. So you can see that it has a background color of black. So in this way, guys, you can use these. So some more, let me just show you all these examples. Let me just copy paste it and show to you. Paste it, and now it is, you can see that I am a green line with a blue substring. So you can also create substring as well using this concatenating operator plus sign. This is inside a green line because we have put a green function here, but inside this you can also use some more colors. You can see that chalk dot blue dot underline dot bold. So this has a blue color. I can even create some more colors here, chalk dot red, and this is also has an underline, and this will be a text here. This is a red string. So you can create as many strings, substrings with as many combination. So it is saying to us that, what is it is saying, oh, we are missing a plus sign, so we need to concatenate. So you can see that I am a green line with a blue substring, this is a red string. You can see that. So we can create some space here, uh, like some space here, just some space. You can see that now it has some space as well. So in this way, you can easily color your terminal using this awesome library that I found on the internet, chalk.js. Now you can even have ES 2015 templates literal as well. So basically, this is a backtick symbol which are there in modern JavaScript. This is there just above the tab keyboard inside the keyboard here. So the benefit of using the symbol is that you can embed variables as well. So basically, inside this dollar symbol you can embed variables. So what you will see is that a nice little uh, CPU uses 90% RAM, 40% disk, 70%. And the nice thing about it is that instead of writing statically, we can define variables for that. Let's suppose we define a CPU variable, and we also define, let's suppose, a RAM variable. And lastly, what we can do is that we can define a disk variable. So right here we can define these variables: const CPU to be 70%, const RAM to be, let's suppose, 40%, and lastly our DIX to be slightly on the lower side, 30%. So you will see it will still work because these are variables. So now let me refresh it, close it, and rerun this. So npm start. So you will see it will still run. You can see that 70%, 40%, and 30%, because these are stored inside variables, and we can use this templates literal here with the help of this dollar symbol. So next example, you can even divide as well because these supports multiplication, divisions. So you can also perform arithmetic operations as well inside this expressions. So this is a nice thing about template literals. So it is saying to us that CPU is not defined. So we can change to capital letters, disk to this. And now if I refresh it, you will see it will perform these calculations, undefined percent, all that stuff. So lastly, guys, you can even provide RGB colors as well, hexadecimal as well. So basically you can see that this is example which illustrates that. So now let me just paste it. You can see that you can use this RGB. You can provide 123 any color code of your choice, and also you can provide the hexadecimal code as well. So it also supports that. So now if you refresh it, you will see this is a keyword function which is there inside chalk library, another function, keyword function. You can change the color to blue. You can see that. So I think that this was just a documentation. One last thing, that you can even define your own themes as well, custom themes. So let's suppose I want to define a custom theme which is called as error. So at any point of time I can use this theme, just pass here error, and then I can write any text. This is a custom error theme. So in this theme we have provide this functionality chalk.bold.red. So every time we use this, you will see this color will appear. This is a custom error theme. You can at any point of time change, add more functionality to it. Let's suppose a underline color. You will see it will have a underline. You can change the color as well to, let's suppose, white. So in this way you can define your custom themes as well inside this, and then you can just do it as well. So it also supports its own API as well. You can just do this API as well. So this was in a nutshell all the things that you want to know about this chalk.js library. I just wanted to make a full tutorial crash course on that. You can also follow my blog step by step in the video description. Go to it and all the code will be there. So thanks very much guys for watching this video. If you like this video, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel, and I will be seeing you in the next tutorial.